because you didn't learn. So you'll find out it's all about, if you got the earnest money, how many days you have to turn it in. They want you to know that. So when you do go past that day, then you know on your own. So it's about the law. So what me and Joella, we want to do is do more than that, is give you hands-on of how to go look at houses, how to prep houses up, how to give your houses, appeal, how to do open houses. So we work on that. So when you jump on board, we'll start scheduling you to kind of be at open houses, what it is, what are the customers looking for. When you do get a pre-approval letter, how to look at the range of the houses, so just making sure if they got a $200,000 pre-approval letter, you don't show them a $500,000 house. You show them 200,000 and below. And so those are the things like that. What makes you want to become a real estate agent, or what are some of the things you think you have the skill for, or what are the things you like about real estate?
I have a business background, and I'm looking to get into real estate so I can flip houses.
Huh?
Flip houses.
Say what? Profit?
Flip houses.
Oh, flip houses. Okay. So I flip about 5 houses. So I love that about real estate too. I flip a lot of houses. Haven't flipped none the past 2 years, but when I first started, I love flipping houses. The thing about flipping houses is you need to know what house to flip. So that'll be good to kind of learn all of that also, so we can kind of get into that. I tell people, you want to convert the house not by just the looks, you want to convert it into the size, in a sense, or to the amount of rooms or bathrooms. Just flipping a house just to make it look good is not going to get you money. What you want to do is look at a house that maybe have a basement or have an extra room or just have a storage room, and you can say, okay, that's where I can add a bathroom. Because a 3-bedroom and 1 bath, the max of that can go up to probably $100,000 a bath, $100,000. You find a 3-1, $100,000, no matter how big it is. A lot of people are not looking for a 3-1. But if you can turn that 3-1 into a 3-2, now that house goes up to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So, because in certain neighborhoods, it can be $1 million, a 3-2. But you're not gonna see a 3-1 in a neighborhood. So your goal is to try to convert it into a 3-2. So if you have a 2-2, you find another room and you don't want to go outside of it either. You don't want to tell them, oh, I want to build outside of it. No, you want to kind of find a house that has the space inside. Either you put a wall or you make that storage room a bedroom. And a bedroom only require a closet. So when you see a room, don't say, oh, that's just a room. Put a closet in, that becomes a bedroom. So that's one thing, and then add a bathroom. So that's good. So today's meeting, what I wanted you to do is have that business mindset, and now, but first you need to kind of figure out, how do we get that money? How do you get the money to start this business? Or when you do 5 years into a company, you normally, funding is real hard. So what you want to do is really start getting business credit and business funding so your business can run itself. So what this company is about is giving you business credit and business funding. What I want to do is look at this. What we see is 1 out of 3 customers has a credit score lower than a 669. That's fair, but what we got to look at, this can probably get you a house, but you'll find out they're lower. And so what we want to do is have some place where if their credit is not good, you don't want to just throw them away. When when you're a real estate agent, this might be a good client. You mean good, he's ready to buy a house, but he just don't have the credit. So what with Nove, we want to be able to still hold them and be able to walk them through the process. Walk them through the process and get their credit score up. So Nove has a credit repair, that's part of credit repair and a business credit. So the credit for the personal and your business. So what we want to do is still hold them, still have them as our client, and then now you can have them as your personal credit client also. So now you use them as a personal client. You can go up. As I told you, 50% of business fail within the first 5 years. So what we want to do is be able to get people access to capital so they don't run out of money. So you do have time to upgrade. So are you going to be mobile? You talking about mobile? Are you
Pressure washer business?
Yeah, pressure washer. Well, it got to be mobile. Yeah, I guess it's mobile. All right. So are you looking to expand where you're not the only one doing it?
Yeah.
So that's where you want to be able to have access to capital. So now you get 2 or 3 or 4 pressure washers, so you can have more people doing it. So like we're here, I have this building here, so we have one space up front. I ended up getting this space, so this got booked up a lot. So I just acquired a second place, which is on Carolina. So I got Infinity, so it's the old beauty college. So that's where I use Nove money. I use Nove money to repair this. So I use about $20,000 to repair this and get this open. And then I use Nove money to acquire that business, to expand. So once you start getting good, you want to expand. That's how you know you're getting better, by expanding. 2.5 million people seek debt counseling each year to avoid bankruptcy. So this is what they do also. They do debt counseling. So this is a company, we call it the digital financing company, where you can do all this from your phone. So you're not having an office, you can do all this from your phone. So your phone will be your business. So this is like a second job or a second business. So even when you got what you want to do, I use this as a second job just on your phone. And it also helps us out. So it helps me with my business. It helps me with my business credit. So once my business credit got up high, I can get funding from it. So when your business, you can help your own business once you get part of this and you get your business up and running. So what we're gonna realize that only 39% of America has the cash to pay for $1,000 emergency without borrowing. So a lot of people don't have money in the bank. So this become your bank. So Nove, they loan you money, they have personal loan, they got business loan and all that. So I got, pop up. All right, so this is our solution. So it's called a fintech company. So what they're talking about is credit, capital, entrepreneurship, and it's really worldwide. So you're not worrying about just in Sumter. You're not worrying about just in your neighborhood. You can use this worldwide. So what I'm doing now is having this every Thursday. We're having a Thursday, 7 to 9, business networking. What you can do is get people who need credit, all that stuff. You can tell them to come here and we get them to gather here. So you have your business. We got plenty of people have their business. We want to try to network. So people who want pressure washing, this become a networking company here. So if I need pressure washing, I will use you. and then we use each other. So this is what I'm trying to get now to be a networking. First is just a networking. Second, it can be a business where we're making money amongst each other. So, what's the next one? So we have 4 different sections of what Novate has. It has credit. You can build your credit. You can access to money. You also have debt consolidation, and then you have entrepreneurship. So this is where you can learn how to get entrepreneurship, how to run your business, how to get more funding. So to teach you how to get funding for your business. All right, so this is Rico McCammon. He's the MBA of this company. So I want to tell just my story where I started off. As you know, I'm David Witherspoon. I retired from the lean manufacturing. I did business for Eaton. I did business for Maslow Chemistry, and I did business for Isola. These are companies that does different things, but one thing they have in common is that they use a system called Lean Six Sigma. I was a Lean Six Sigma manager for 20 years, and I did that around the world. I traveled to China, Brazil, and different places. And one thing that I came out with that is that we all need Lean Six Sigma. That helped me change the world. That helped me become a real estate agent. That helped me become a business owner. I'm also a personal trainer, a nutritionist. I was training people around the world about this lean system. But one thing I realized that it wasn't hitting me because I was teaching CEOs. What I realized, I wanted to teach people like us. I wanted people, my name now is called David the Giant Slayer, because I'm looking for people to really slay these wealth giants. Not CEOs, but people, hardworking people like us that are tired of working at a 9 to 5, that are tired of just doing the old traditional way. We want to take off this armor and really tackle this thing how we're supposed to, by using our own skills. So the skills that we have with this system is, I call it the slingshot and the stone. So by using these different tools, it will get us out of poverty. It will knock the wealth giant out. So by saying that, I'm looking for people that really fighting to kind of beat this battle right here. That working a straight 9 to 5 ain't gonna do it. We know that. So to be a millionaire, we got to really do it the untraditional way. So we have to get the knowledge of just working on ourselves, working on our finance, working on our skill set. And so what we're gonna have to learn is just, this has a lot of tools that we can learn from. They got training and all that. So I got my homeboy here, Quentin. He's in the school system. So we coming from different backgrounds. I got a lean background that you Walmart. You know you done heard about lean, right? That's all in Walmart. That's all Walmart got. That's, y'all do y'all scheduling. That's a lean tool. Y'all lights cut off and on when you go down the aisle. That's lean tools. So what I want to do is change the world. I'm like David the Giant Slayer. I want to be able to change the world by an untraditional way. I want to take off the armor. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to be a preacher. I want to do this and tackle the wealth giant the untraditional way. be able to use my own skills to defeat this. So being part of this, it's not about just the tools, it's about using your own skill set to make it. When I want you to become a real estate agent, I don't want you just to be the normal real estate agent. You're gonna find your tools, what you're good at, and then you're gonna sell yourself. Right now, just like you said, you're already a business person. It's something about you that made you a great business person. It's something about you that made you good at Walmart. That same thing that made you good at Walmart is gonna be the same thing that's gonna make you good as a real estate agent. That's why I want you on my team. Because now we're gonna enhance those skill set to sell houses. Not the house. The house gonna sell itself. You're gonna sell the house. You're gonna sell you, and then you're gonna get the people to buy the houses. So those are the skill set that we're gonna bring. You're not just wanna be a pressure washer. You're gonna have to find your best talent of who you are, so we're gonna have to bring your value out. So we're gonna use these same tools to get your value out, what you're good in, and then that's how you're gonna sell and become a better person as a whatever you wanna do. So I look at it where once I start using these lean tools, I didn't fall in love with what I do. I fell in love with who I am. And whatever I did, it was just in my hand. I just sell that. I became a great person that sell event centers. I became a person that sell real estate. I became a best person that's do personal training. So anything, once I became valuable and who I am, that's what I sold. So that's where I'm looking at people now. I can train thousands and thousands of people because I have my MBA, I have my business, I helped a lot of business, but that's not, I'm looking for audience that people that are striving to become a giant slayer, that really want to become millionaires, not trying to work hard, but try to bring your best value. So that's what we're doing. When we get all these group of people here, we're trying to bring your value. So I'm tapping into your value. What makes you different? What makes you different than everybody else? What makes you think you're gonna be a good pressure wash? What do you think you got? What's
The drive and the motivation to do it.
drive and the motivation? All right. What make your drive and motivation different?
Because I know the life that I want for my kids.
So your kids are driving.
That's my drive and motivation.
Okay, that's your drive and motivation. That was mine too. All right. So now we're gonna tap into what value that you're gonna bring more than the next pressure washer person. And you're gonna have to ball that up into something. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that I'm gonna do it the best, or whatever, but it's gonna have to be, are you nice or whatever? You're gonna have to ball it in. What's different? Because everybody have a drive, but what you're gonna have to find out what makes your determination and drive different.
Yeah. I also, like what I was telling you about with my shirt, my clothing business, I realized with my clothing business, I could sell it. I'm a good talker.
Okay, you good?
Okay.
Good to
So,
see you.
with my shirts, I sold the shirts in places where shirts are not supposed to be sold at. My job. I'm a welder. They ain't in there looking for shirts. But once you go to them, like I was going to them, this is how I sold my shirts. I went in there with a kitty book bag, one of my kids' book bags. And then they come to me and say, why you got this book bag? I got this book bag because I got shirts in it. You wanna see one? It started a whole conversation. But off of a book bag. Everything is just a conversation starter. Once I get you to talking, I can get you to buy it.
So I want you to so that's a skill. That's a real good skill. And you're gonna tie that up into a formula, and that's what you're gonna use. Because a lot of people I had to dig into who I am and what made me different. Because everybody's different. And when you tie into that, we're gonna dig deep into that, making somebody start a conversation. Then you're gonna tie that up. You're the best person in the world that can get somebody to start a conversation for you. And that's gonna be your value. And that's where you're gonna find out, that's how you're gonna be able to sell everything you put in your hand. It's not what you sell, it's that value right there. And you're gonna enhance it so much where it's gonna be, you ain't got to worry about other pressure washer jobs, because they ain't got what you got. You then enhancing, they may get the people who need it, you getting the people who don't probably need it. Because you know how to convince people to do stuff that they probably wouldn't do anyway. So you're gonna get the untraditional people. And you ain't got to fight them because you're gonna be over here.
My work gonna show for itself.
Your work gonna show for itself. And I'm gonna give a story. All right, what make your business, what make you so good at Walmart, Aldi's, and all that?
I just have a gift for leadership.
Huh?
I have a gift of leadership.
A gift of leadership? Okay.
I command the room.
Command the room. Okay.
Without even trying. They just give it to me.
Is it through communication, or is it through looks, or how you look at them, or what do you think? Because I'm getting you to dig in so you can explain what it is, because you didn't did it long enough. What do you think it is?
Communication.
Communication?
I'm a fast learner.
Okay.
Easy to adapt. Corrective criticism is key. So I don't have blinders on. I don't look at nothing negative. Everything is positive. You can turn any negative thing into a positive thing, and that's my drive.
I like that. I had to look at my life, and what made me turn my life around was I did a lot of. I told you my life, and the whole thing was I got my MBA, I got 2 buildings, I got about 12 houses, I got property management. But a lot of people don't understand, before that, I was a shepherd boy like David. I danced, I came from Southside, and I got into a dance group. That a dance group ended up being a game, and one of the biggest games in South Carolina. So a lot of people say, why did you come back here, David? I came back here because these same kids that's killing is the same boys that I was hanging with. That's their father. So these are their kids that are doing this. So even with that mixture of me being with the bad crowd, me getting in trouble, God realized, I said, God, why you had me to go through all of this, which was, I thought was negative. But God said, look at what you did. You was able to get a group of people to hang together and get together and become the biggest gang in South Carolina, in Little Sumter. You did that. I even say, I went to South Carolina State. I went there for 6 years. I didn't even graduate. But one thing I did do, I won 3 spades tournaments and 2 pool tournaments. So I'm looking at that was a failure. But what God said, nobody ever did that at South Carolina State. Nobody ever won 3 pool tournaments and 2 spades tournaments in the history. I realized I am good with everything I touch. Just because I was focusing on pool and that, I became good in that. I just wasn't focusing on the schoolwork. I was good at whatever I touched. When I was dancing, I ended up getting all the people to get out to dance. All sides, even like Southside was just an area. I got Red Bay, Red Bay, Mooneyham, Manning, all people to get together. So I realized I can get people together. When I'm determined, I can turn anything that's bad into good. I turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. So I love that. So even though I thought that was a negative, God made me look at that and say, that still was a miracle. Even your negative stuff was a miracle. So that's what I'm taking to this. I'm looking for Davids. I'm looking for Goliaths who can kill Goliaths. So who trying to get rid of these wealth Goliaths, not the traditional way, not putting on the regular way, not trying to work hard, but really using tools to kill these wealth Goliaths. So I had to realize that, yeah, I was making money helping people, but I want to help the right people. I want to help the people that really want to help. That really want to help and finding tools. Like, you got a skill set. It's not all about working hard. You got a good skill set. We're going to enhance your skill set that you're going to be the best at it. So now you may be good at making money this way. So this is, I like to say, just because you got a job or this is something else different, if you're good at getting people to buy shirts, this is on your phone. You can get people to buy this and just still make money. Plus, you helping them make money. You helping them get their credit right. You helping them get a loan. You helping them. This is like the finance of Amazon of financing. So we helping people get better. So it's not like I'm selling vacuums. It's not like we selling this. We helping people find financial stability, financial freedom. And that's what I love about that. I was out there getting people to dance, and I got a lot of people to dance. But what if I now can get all these same people to get their credit up, to get money? That would change the world. We got a thing for that he's pushing that we're trying to get 1,000 people in Columbia and Sumter to get an 800 credit score. That would give each person $100,000 access to $100,000. That's $10 million. That's $100 million. $100 million where we can get 1,000 people at 800 credit score. $100 million, just access, that can change the world. That can change something. That can change Columbia. That can change a whole lot. So I'm looking at changing the world that way. When I had this group, we were like, back in the 90s, we was the third worst city in the world, in the nation. So
I found this on the web.
if we can do this, if we can do it that way, and we can say, if I can impact Sumter and make it the third worst, God said you can impact Sumter and make it the third best. So now my goal is to flip it. So using the same tools, using my same gift, but now giving a different message. So I'm looking for giant killers. I'm looking for LaToya, the wealth giant killer. And what's your name again? Sherrod, the giant killer. We're trying to kill all these wealth giants around here that is just debt, poor credit. All that is killing us. So right now we got to kill that and help others kill those type of giants. So we starting small. Last group we had 12. I'm not stopping. I don't care the size. Right now we got to move in the right direction, because now one, you save one, you save two, it don't matter. That's a improvement. That's what lean is about. It's about continuous improvement. Always making small improvement. You make small improvement each day, you'll be 3 times better than you was at the end of the year. So, you're looking at small improvements. So, just learning yourself, the improvement. And what I want y'all to take from this is figure out why you so good and get better. Don't even try to learn nothing else. Figure out why you good and just get better in that. And just figure that out, put it in paper, put it on paper, dress it up, find out more tools on how to become that. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to just bring a book bag and get people to buy it, and you're a welder, just like you say, what else can you do with that talent? What else can you do with that talent? What else you in Walmart, you're a leader, who else can you lead? And you know you can lead them into a house. That's the best thing. That's one thing I love about real estate, because I feel like everybody deserves a home, to own a home, be a homeowner. I think other than financial freedom, home ownership is great. And so we can help people getting home ownership. You be a leader of getting these people to know the importance of a home ownership. You lead them into that. And we kind of go out and may have to speak it. And then you'll be, just like you say, a leader. I'm gonna get you to say some stuff on what you're doing with your school system, because we building a team. You remember Chris? You know Chris Carter? You know Chris and Tony. I got Chris Carter's on our team now. We're building a team that we're using this lean system. This is no vague. This is just the money part of it. But we're using lean to kind of change the world. We're trying to use that concept to help businesses, to help you grow as you get up there, to use these tools so you can enhance your value. And that's all lean is about. Cutting costs and enhancing your value, and then using your value to make it. He's in the school system, and he's gonna kind of show you how he's gonna use lean to kind of, what he's doing to his part.
So essentially, I've been in education about 10 years now. What I see is a lot of missed opportunities as well as a lot of waste, right? And so we have resources, and instead of identifying how that resource could be best used to edify and build up our students, we sometimes just use it to check off a box. So we're like, all right, well, we need to have MTSS, we need to provide remediation. So what are the resources out there? All right, so we're going to pick that one. No rhyme or reason. It's a program. It's within our budget, so we're going to go along with it. And so oftentimes it's not effective. Why? Because we're not thinking about the end product. We're not thinking about exactly how it's supposed to help this particular student. With the lean system, it's going to work from the bottom up rather than the top down. And so that's why I'm so encouraged with learning about the lean system and how it streamlines a lot, how it cuts costs, how it enhances the overall product, right? How it actually identifies the end product and says, all right, so how can we back plan that, right? So if our whole point is our new goal by 2030, we want to have 75% of our school population to reach meets or higher as far as their SC Ready test. But the problem is with that, we don't know how we're getting there. Everybody has an expectation of, hey, we know we gotta go somewhere, but nobody is paying attention to, if we need 75 and at math, we at 40, how are we going from 40 to 75 within this 5-year period? Nobody's mapping that out. And we're just having these lofty goals which sound good, but nobody strategically plans. And that's why I'm saying the lean system within the educational system can really prepare people for not just having an idea, but actually structuring and creating a strategy that can change your culture, right? Because that's really what lean is about. Having a culture and a growth mindset, right? So like you said, you a leader. And the reason why you a leader is because you understand that even if you're dealing with some negativity, I can assess that and turn that on its ear and it become a positive. I'm the same way. When my superintendent or my principal comes in my room and they say, well, Mr. Kelly, you should be doing that. Yes, sir, got you. Make sure next time I have that done. And I'm like, all right, how can I get better? Indeed, and in fact, I don't just wait for them to come in. I'm speaking to my students. How did you feel about being prepared for this test today? You get what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear it from my principal. I need to hear it from the people that I'm actually affecting every day. Do you feel like I prepared you properly? Do you feel like you knew the material to mastery? Was it something that I missed out on? Was it something that you failed to do? Right? Because when you're able to identify that, then you can fix it. You see what I'm saying? But too often, them kids don't want to learn. They just like their mama. They don't want none. You see how she is when she come in here. You see what I'm saying? And it's just casting blame. And then the parents are saying, oh, it's the teacher's fault. You know what I'm saying? The student is like, that mean teacher, or my mama don't care. So they going either way, whatever they feel for the day. When they come around the teachers, my mama didn't help me with, she put, when they go around that teacher, she said, and so they bounce and playing each side against each other, when at the end of the day, we a team. And if we come with that mindset, then we can get more done, right? And so that's why I'm encouraged and I'm happy that I met him, because I'm looking at things. I've always looked at it from like a solutionary type mindset, but to actually see that solution and to tie that into what I'm already doing, it's like, yeah, that's it. That's what I needed. That was that missing piece of that puzzle. So now I plug that in, and so now I'm researching, now I'm studying, how can I effectively master this system within this organization, right? And so I'm just learning about it, and I'm discovering its origin, seeing what made it work, when did it fail, right? Who did what to make it win, and who did what to make it fail, right? So I make sure I minimize the failures and maximize the wins, right? And that's what you got to do in any system. And you got to be objective, like you say you are. You got to do that self-inventory. You got to be willing to look yourself in the mirror and say, how can I get better? You know what I'm saying? What do I need to do? Do I need to fix my credit? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to change my personality? Do I need to evolve my mindset? What exactly are the system? What's part of the system do I need to make the bigger adjustment to? And what do I need to start at right now? You know what I'm saying? And so as long as we are willing to learn and develop and grow, I think this system, I'm quite sure this is a fail-proof system. It's all the failures in the humans. You know what I'm saying? It has proven to work. So if one person, which millions of people made it work, but if one person can make it work, so can I. Right? So I just got to see what part of that puzzle do I need to add to my system, myself, to make that necessary adjustment. But y'all got some great skills. Like, I'm listening, I'm like, wow, okay, leader, yeah, I see it. You know what I'm saying? I can hear it in your tone, in your pronunciation, in your aura, right? When I see like, okay, that was clever. Wow, he had that little book bag, and they were like, what in the world? This fool. But they couldn't even see the rabbit in the hat because all they're worried about is the hat. You know what I'm saying? And once you pull it out, it's like, got him. You see what I'm saying? And now you engage. And so that same skill set, you're going to be able to transition to something that is going to be able to now take you from one level to a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm not just selling shirts. I'm selling a life skill and a way for you to be able to get what you really want. Now I was selling shirts that put something on your back. Now I'm putting something that put it in your bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm changing not just you, I'm changing your whole generation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what God was preparing you for all along. You just couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? But now coming with David, like, oh, okay, so I can be able to really help people. I can really change generational wealth. I can really help people and help myself get to levels that I never even imagined. All right, I thought about businesses. I thought about this opportunity. I got skill sets, but now I'm able to really take it to the next tier. And that's what I'm encouraged about, meeting new people, seeing, you know, where you're coming from, being able to hear where you're wanting to go. I think, you know, he has a plan, and I'm just learning how to adjust to it. You know what I'm saying? To fit myself within that system, because that lean system is amazing. I mean, when you go home, check it out, read into it. You know what I'm saying? And see how it can really affect you personally, but affect you as far as your career as well. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see that it can fit in all of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your present situation with the management, or in the real estate, or with the selling of the shirts. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you'll be able to cut, certain things you'll be able to add to, certain systems you'll be able to establish. And then once you get to the pressure washing, how you're gonna do it, how your system is gonna be set up, how you pressure wash, who you bringing in to help you, how you're then leading them and giving them the opportunity to start their own. All of that lean system is gonna be able to save you a whole lot of money and save you a lot of headache later, because it's a system doing it, you know. That's just all. I'll buy it over time.
Love that, man. I met him probably about a month ago with Chris, and his passion about just school. You're passionate about how you love Walmart and real estate. You're passionate about that. But what I looked at, I have a passion too, but what I realized, if we don't attach ourselves to a system and then make that passion expand even more, it's really where we can use this system for all of us. And that's why when you talk, we've been talking for a long time, and you talk about real estate, and you jumping in real estate, and your son, I want us, y'all have so much skill, I want us to be able to gather this together, and once we learn the lean system, how that can expand us bigger and use our skill set. Because I always, shoot, you been managing what, huh? McDonald's, how long you been? About 40, you was 16 years old. You been managing, you've been leading since you've been in Sumter. You've been leading since you've been in Sumter. I remember when I went to McDonald's, hello, Matthew, and you've been leading then, you've been a manager then. So now I feel like you got all that up, and I led that. I led, even though that was bad, I was like, but I was the leader. Even though that was a big game, I was the leader. I was able to get that together, and I didn't use that as something bad. I used to kind of like, I ain't using that. I ain't want to even think about that no more. But I had God make me say, you know, you gonna pick that up and realize if you can get thugs together, why can't you get good people together? That was easy. That was hard. This is easy now. And now I'm trying to gather, because the whole thing about with that was, one, it was two things that made that group got so big. And now I'm gonna still use that. It was one, that you're your own leader. No, you don't have no leader. One reason why I did that was because I didn't want to get in trouble. My mom and all of them in his church. I'm a Jehovah's right there, and I'm the next street over, so I didn't want nobody to know I was leading. So you become your own leader. Now you have to figure out the leadership in you. The second one was, it was territory. But I broke that out and say, it's not a territory leader, the leader's in your heart. So no matter where you're from, if you got it in your heart, and you're a leader, and you don't matter where you're from, South Side or things. So that's what got the group so big, because I got the territory out. So just like if you want to be at a real estate agent, it don't matter what you do, it's in your heart. And once you got that leadership in your heart, you're gonna be able to lead anything. And that's where now it's about generational wealth. That's what I'm looking for, generational wealth. Just like your kids. You're doing it for your kids for generational wealth, right? That's the main thing. I don't care if you get generational wealth, you don't care if you picking pecans or not. It's the generational wealth that we're looking for. So if that leadership is going to bring you generational wealth, that's what we need to look and dig in for. That skill set that you have is about generational wealth. How can we get your skill set to bring generational wealth? His skill set for his kids and their passion. I don't want you to lose that, but I want you to find out what's in your heart and how you can expand that out to more than just kids, but to adults too, to anybody that you touch, so we can bring generational wealth. I realize I only want to touch people who has the heart like David, that ain't trying to work 9 to 5 all day long. I call that armor. They put armor on me. I don't want to work with armor. I don't need armor. I'm using a slingshot and a stone to kill these Goliath. And that's all I've been doing. I ain't had to get no tradition. I ain't been nobody ever I ain't no lawyer. I ain't no preacher. I ain't this. I'm doing this just like now. I'm normal. And that's how I like to roll. I'm looking for normal people, not for people who bigoted. Looking for people who got stuff in their heart, and it's coming from your heart. And that's why I want y'all on my team. I could have went straight to this. I kind of was torn, because I was like, hold up, Tori right here. I know Tori my life, but I'm gonna go through the script of that. Let's get serious and realize that when I called you, I want you to understand that my man here, we're creating apps. We're creating softwares to make this thing work. And I want y'all part of my team. I want y'all part of my team. Not just because of that. I know y'all got the heart. I know of the leadership of everything, of just even know they part of it, because now we know if we get businesses using these tools, they're gonna still need funding. We just using know they for the funding part of it, or the credit part of it. We're gonna push our app. We're gonna go to all these companies, businesses, and push our app and our lean to help their company up. And if they need resources, they need to get their business created up, they need this, we're gonna use know they. I want you to be able to go around and, hey man, you want your business up? Right? You want your business up? You just say, okay, here go know they. You just send them and they click, you make money off that. And you get part of your skill set to bring them here to get their business up. You're gonna have a skill set, you got a skill set, I got a skill set. We all get together, put our skill set together to get everybody together. And that's what I wanted you to come. I know we was gonna talk about real estate. We said we're gonna do that tomorrow, but today I wanted to just show you what we had in store. So we've been working for the past 2-3 months. We got an app he's working with, doing other things with it. He's the marketing person. He's gonna put AI part of it. He's big with AI. So he's gonna make it other companies that need to learn it too. Like, why learn AI when we got an AI person? I was learning AI, I was trying to get it, but he's real good at it. So I'm gonna skip that part and have a software where it's just gonna have AI. I'm gonna stay into where I'm good at. You stay where you good at with leadership. And you need to let's have a system where the app is gonna, when they come in, they want their business, we're gonna have lean to kind of run the tools. We have a marketing, and then Chris got a back, what do you call it, a back office where it stores the data and it collects the data and show him the trend of what he's doing. So it's going to give him a forecast. So it's going. We're trying to create a small Walmart because like Lean never was able to get to smaller companies. Lean stayed at Walmart. You ain't finding nothing under Walmart that using Lean. You got an Amazon, those. I was able to take the tools and be able to utilize it for small businesses. So I want to be able to use that so we can help people when they save, find out their skill set, because they're trying to work hard. I'm a hard worker. Now we need that. We need your skill set. We need what in here. And you got something in there, just like you say, you don't have to be like, how did I get that rabbit out the hat? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Like, it ain't just that. Now you're gonna have to package it and say, oh, it's the swag I come with. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be way more than what you think. But I want you to package that. It's gonna be the swag. It's just the confidence, or they believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the person bring a bag, I'm like, shoot, I think I got it. You know what I'm saying? You thinking, oh, I just bought a bag. No, it ain't just because you bought a bag. No. That boy look like he got something I want. It's something draw just like I said. You got the leader, y'all. It's something draw. I'm like, man, I want. They knows it. Certain people, they got hands, they got hands. Like, shoot, I ain't getting around. They running because they might have a bomb. But you make them want to know. And so, what is that? How can you come and present stuff and make them want to know where it's more than just a t-shirt? It's residual income, where now you can get them to come and probably get part of this, and now you get residual income. Buy the shirt and get that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, here goes shirt. And you. So well, how your business going? Yeah, I need some money. And here go, boom. Now you done got them, not just that shirt, you done got them to talk about their whole life. Now you got them in. So those are skill set that I'm looking for. That's what I meant by we slaying giants, by finding people that trying to do it untraditional. Like you already passed, she at Walmart, she made it, now she wanna be a real estate. You trying to get off? What time we were? 8. You trying to get from 12-hour job in 12 hours. Cause that's good. But if we can get residual income, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for giant killers and wealth giant killers. So that's where I'm at. We're getting the real estate another day, tomorrow. But this is an opportunity where we're expanding with Nove, but we're also using the lean tools that have a system right there that I'm dealing with health, I'm dealing with wealth, everything that you can use these tools and kind of different tools. It's like value stream mapping, 5S, standard work. It's different tools that you apply them at different times, and then they carry you through your business. So it's called SAFE. Set your goal, use value stream mapping. Teach you the value stream mapping, setting your goals. A is accountability, that's 5S. L is finish, standardized work, and then E is PDCA. So those will carry you through your business, through your process. Set your goal, how much money you trying to make? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to get there? Then we're gonna give you the tools to do it. Then you're gonna use your skill set. I'm gonna give you the tools. Now you just got the tool in your hand, now you can give your skill set. You're gonna have that bag in your hand, now you off on the bag. Now you got tools in the bag. And so that's what we're getting people to do. I'm not trying to just get traditional people, I'm trying to get untraditional. So I love what y'all doing. Y'all got a good combination. Have y'all thought about it? Well, I know y'all combine and stuff together. We y'all doing any pressure box?
I already said if I ever get big, that could be my little business person.
Huh?
Be my had all my money.
Yeah. That's how it gonna be.
Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like mom do. That's right.
And the other way around, you part of that too. Wherever she get big, real estate, you gonna be part of that. So it's just now creating that bond, creating that, you got a skill set, and just now, even with this process, just wanted y'all to listen to it and hear it and kind of figure out, just, I'll get with you more about it, but this is just what we're starting with Nove. That's the money side of it, but when we launch out Lean and really start attacking small businesses and helping businesses, we even gonna probably even just show them what we can do, and then whatever profit you make out of it, then we want a profit, part of the profit. Because we know we're gonna make money out of it. We know we're gonna help you. With his marketing skill, with my hands-on, with Lean, with Chris back office, we're gonna our goal is just help you make a profit. And once you make a profit, that's it. Then we're trying to create generational wealth. So, all right, with the real estate, let's get into real estate. We're gonna talk a little bit. All right, so you wanna get into real estate to flip houses,
Be a landlord too.
huh?
Be a landlord.
I can't.
Landlord as well.
Landlord.
Buy and hold.
Duplexes, townhouses.
All right, so that way you're gonna have to watch out now, cause I became a real estate agent, but I let my wife do the property management and be over all the flipping.
I'm done with myself.
Cause so I just want, there you go,
My
so,
other son and my other.
there you go.
Yeah.
Cause that's why I'm just getting you right, cause a lot of people say they wanna do real estate, but then once you got that title, you can't touch over here.
Right.
That's why I got business, that's why it's so good with business. I get Silver Spoon Property Management. My name ain't on there. But I can sell as many houses as that mine, but I can sell as many houses because my name ain't on it. My wife over there. So now I can sell houses. I can flip that house. But if I was part of that house and had my name on that, I couldn't sell my house because it would have been a conflict of interest. Now I'm gonna sell my house 10 times more. But since I ain't got my name tied to it, I can sell it, I can do whatever with it, and ain't nothing they can do. That's the best thing about business. And that's why you can get your own business. You just got to now, we'll work on it. When you become a real estate agent, now we're like, okay, what house we're gonna get this out, and we'll put it in son name, do this, it's still yours, but put it in this name. So you can touch it, so you can do whatever with it. So, and that's what I became a real estate agent, but then Joella really kind of taught me about what things you can and cannot touch. And so she helped me arrange that, because I thought, just like you say, when I'm real estate, I got access to all that stuff. No, hold up. I said, oh, because you can't, and they want to stop you, they ain't want you to make all that money. But since they know I got it, ain't nothing they can do because it ain't in my name. So we'll definitely get that together. And it plays a good role. You'll be the first one to probably get access to buy it as a real estate agent, because you'll be the first one to know it on the market. And you will kind of, people start calling me because I'm real estate. Hey man, you know nobody want to buy this house? Yeah, me. Yeah, me, I'm where that. And so they called me, man, I got a house. I said, yeah, come to me with stuff. So I got it. You see, I got a bunch of signs. So this is my sign that I want I put out, even though it's not new, I don't put my name on it, but it's, we buy houses, we fix credit and condition. So it's so this is the good way to kinda, if you're trying to flip houses, you never know, if you put these on side of the road, you never know who will come to you and say, man, I got an abandoned house. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, cause I'm trying to flip it anyway. I want to cheat, so cause I want to, you know, they ain't realize that's what I'm looking for. How much you want for it? You can negotiate with them. I give you 10,000 cash. And sometimes they can. So that's if it ain't, you know, sometimes, cause you trying to flip it anyway, whatever. Sometimes people living in it and they just take 20,000. So, but yeah, all right, so we good. So give me something where you can kinda, what you got out of this or what you gonna do next. Just give me something, what you think you're gonna do next. What can you do next, or what do you think you can use with what you then learn, or just different things? What can you do next?
Sit down and really realize like why they came to me, and see if I can make that either bigger or better. And then try to see how I can also use that into the pressure washing, to that, and see how people drive by while I'm doing the job. Maybe they'll stop by, ask for a business card, see what I'm doing, see if I can look at their house real quick, see if I can do a little quote on theirs, just something like that.
Good. Definitely, I just get better. I got so many books. I used to try to learn stuff that I don't know. When I okay, I get a AI. I'm not good in English. I'm not trying to get a whole book to try to be a better English thing. Okay, I'm not good at English. I find AI for that, guess I do that. I love math. I'm buying a bunch of math books. I'm buying a bunch of stuff that I and enhance that. Do like how influence. Find something, influence. How to influence people even more. What are tips? What are the names of? You just kind of doing it naturally. But they got names for those things. And they got skill sets for those things. Enhance those skill sets. So you'll know what it is. I didn't realize I could get a lot of people together. So I got that game that why can't I get a building? You don't think I can bring people together? So I use the same skill set. I had thousands of people in my car. That's what I used to get to the clubs. That's what I used, my car. If I didn't have my car, I probably wouldn't have did it. But I had my car, and I got everybody in it, and I didn't actually, no gas money, I didn't do anything. So I said, when you get a building, I don't got to ask them for money as much, get them together. We played music in my car, and we had a good time. We played music in my building, and we have a good time. So I'm able to use this as my skill set. So, and I just enhance it. All right, what about you? What are you gonna use, or what are you gonna do?
I have a couple of books I'm gonna look into reading, to change, not necessarily change, but enhance the skills that I already have. Read up more on the lean process, the background, the history of it.
Okay.
And really get to the root of how it started, how it helped all these companies, because evidently it works, because they still out there. So what did lean bring to them, so that I can apply that same thing to me. Instead of a company, I can apply it to self.
Cause I mean, she at Walmart. I go to Walmart. When I was at Lean Big, I would just go to Walmart just to get ideas from Walmart. Everybody call Walmart. Oh damn. Walmart is probably by far the best organized group it is. If you know what I'm saying, with they're all up on technology. Y'all scheduling is the bomb. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even been y'all scheduling, but I already know because I had to study lean. And when you study lean, you go into best practice. We go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at, you had to get best practice. If you got a scheduling thing and you're trying to improve, you go best practice. And you go to Walmart. We always went to Walmart. And now y'all back in the day, y'all had to, Sylvia, what? Nah, shoot, that thing. It fills out it by itself, ain't it? It fills out it by itself and it prints it out. And here, you ain't got to touch nothing. It prints it out and schedule it for you, and they don't miss nothing.
Got you.
And it does so much. So just imagine what scheduling does.
Yeah.
It puts the right people in the right places and everything. I mean, I go to Walmart, you see, they got the lights where the lights don't cut on because the sun out. Then you go through the aisles. You know how much money you saving when you ain't got that light on in those freezers, and it cuts on and cuts off, and how everybody used to get lost. All Walmart, they want all Walmart to look the same. So you go to one Walmart, you know exactly where you going in, you know exactly where it bet not. I'm like, damn, this. I used to get mad because I'm like, this Walmart, it just flipped. But it's still, I was like, man, Walmart gotta get this right. Because all of them, they trying to get all of them to look the same so you ain't getting lost. So you can go in there and come out. It's about a process. Everything Walmart, I was like, wow, everybody, they better don't run out of stuff. They ordering stuff, shoot. They're already there. So when they get to a certain thing, they done been and shipped it. They done been ordered. So when they scan at the cash register, then if they get low, trust me, they didn't order that. They didn't order some more for that.
Yeah.
If you go to Walmart, it's always set up the exact same way.
Huh?
All the stuff is on this side, that exactly all the Walmart.
Yeah.
All the groceries all on one side. As soon as you walk in, they're the same way.
And when you look at that's called just repeatability. Like when you want everything. You don't want nobody getting lost. That's why now people love going to Walmart. It's more convenient. It's everything it's everything you want. And you can and it's supposed to be like everybody's supposed to, and they got the employees the same way. Employees supposed to be like, you looking for something? What's the rule? What is it called? Something? Huh?
May I help you?
Oh yeah, may I help you? I thought it was called something, a rule where you got the, huh?
Oh, the 10 foot.
Oh, the 10-foot rule. You see a customer 10 feet, you better ask them, can I help you? And so you're getting them customer service. So it's so repetitive. And so that's where if you go training, you ain't training. Shoot, ain't no employee there. Ain't nobody training nobody. You ain't for a computer screen, and you going 10 days of just computer screen training one, all right? Training two, training three. So you know everything. You finished? You finished? What your score is? All right, go to the next one. And you just the only thing you got to go in there and check on.
Okay.
Shoot, and they better know that by the time that all of them go through the same system.
Okay.
And that's standard work where you want to train everybody the same way so they don't do nothing different. So I used to hate Walmart back in the day, but when I got into lean, I realized they the best at it. Amazon, all those big companies are big in lean. So, but lean I was able to bring it down to smaller and just in everyday life with my health. I just use it with fitness, so I was able to use it in everyday life. So, do some study with lean. I'll send you some stuff. But you can utilize it, and it's just a system. So when you in a system, and it's a good system, it's all about improving yourself. So, that's it. Thank y'all for showing up. We just gonna do this. Take a picture of this so you can kind of look at Nove. If you want to do some studying Nove to kind of see what all the tools they have with Nove, take a picture of that, and then you can go to the website so you can just see what all the tools they have. They have a